It's Boss Talk where stories unfold. From the hustle to the power of gold. We talk dreams, we talk big plans. Light it up with your own hands.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's your girl, Deanna Diaz, aka the Million Dollar Sis. And you already know what is going on today. It's another wonderful episode of Boss Talk. And you see that lovely lady sitting right here. This is a show where I interview different entrepreneurs in their fields doing great and amazing things. And before I get started, you already know that I have to do my famous intro. So, me. Okay, so today's guest didn't get here by having all the answers. She got here by telling the truth, and that truth, it moves rooms. Born and raised in Pittsburgh, PA, 412 baby, a mother of a mother to a 2-year-old son. Kemarra Moses is the embodiment of purpose, meaning, practice. With a bachelor's degree in psychology focused on behavioral health and a master's in business with a concentration in healthcare management. She's going to take care of you all the way around, is what I'm hearing. She brings both heart and strategy to every space she enters. For over a decade, Kemarra has worked directly with the community, advocating, motivating, and speaking life into individuals and families through storytelling that doesn't sugarcoat the journey. She speaks openly about failure, about doubt, about the moments she wanted to quit but didn't, because she understands something deeply. Silence doesn't protect us, it limits us. Through her powerful brand, Impact on Purpose, Kemarra leads with authenticity, honesty, and lived experience. These aren't polished speeches, they are real conversations designed to wake people up, help them find their voice, and move from fear into action. From boardrooms to community spaces to podcast mics, her message is clear. Your voice matters and your purpose deserves to be heard. Today on Boss Talk, we're tapping into the mind and mission of a woman who turned truth into leadership and purpose into impact. Ladies and gentlemen, Kemarra Moses, let's get into it. Woo!
Hello to the people.
So I'm very happy to be here with you today. I think I met you at Motivation Monday in Penn
Mhm.
Hills, right?
Yes.
Yes, and I just love going to networking events. You can run into so many wonderful people like yourself. Now, I did just give you a little intro, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell everybody a little bit more about who you are.
Okay, well, thank you so much. You already set the stage for me. You put it out there real nice. I would say definitely born and raised in Pittsburgh, super proud Steeler fan.
Yes.
I am a mom of a 2-year-old, super busy, full-time employee as well.
Mm,
So I am in this space right now when, everything is happening in the world and I'm trying to figure out what's going to be our next step, me and my baby boy. So I really tapped into this public speaking, motivational speaking. So that's my little lane right now, is really trying to hone in and pour into people. I used to do breastfeeding consultant. So it's like a well-rounded little package over here.
okay, yes. I mean, these days you have to be well rounded. So now, how did you get into this lane, the motivational speaking?
Really, it was just from the people around me, talking to my girlfriends, seeing the things that they have been through, my own life experiences, and then just the overall feeling that I get when I pour into people. I love to see them leaning into what I'm saying. I love to feel them feel motivated, feel like they have the power with just their voice.
Hmm.
That it's anything is possible if you just have a dream about it. Once you start dreaming about it, you can actually achieve it, right?
Yeah.
So always the thought. So that's the thing that I really got motivated by the public and motivation speaking, is just really tapping into pouring into people.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So, what happened in your life? What was that turning point for you where you started pouring into yourself and bringing you out of whatever situation that you had going on? Do you care to share?
Okay, you said get deep.
Yeah. Let me get my shovel. Hold on.
Absolutely. So There was a time when I literally thought I had everything figured out. I had the job that I wanted, that I thought was like my dream job. It was like, oh, I got my big girl job. I was having my first child. I was engaged, about to be married. Everything seemed like it was perfect in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything got snatched from underneath my feet, and I had to
Mm.
literally start over. And I didn't have a space where I felt like there was somebody that went through that, who wasn't bitter, and who actually spoke life into people. So I was like, you know what? I have to be that for myself and the people around me, because I know I'm not the only person that's struggling out here. I know I'm not the only person that went through a heartbreak. I know I'm not the only
Mhm.
person that's now a single parent. So it's just like going through that life experience really humbled me and
Mm.
made me feel as though this is something I can share. This is very relatable. So let me share that story and let me pour into the people that can relate and show them that anything is possible. And it doesn't even have to be on that lane. It could be just overall career,
Mhm.
anything encompassing, just really going through trials and tribulations and being able to come out of it and say, that didn't stop nothing. I'm still,
Right.
I'm stronger, and let me speak life into you and do it with you.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Yes, and I'm pretty sure that kind of it everything is just like heightened now that you have a child, right? Because you want to make sure that you maintain that sane mother and still able to work on yourself and make yourself great so that you can be a great mother. So talk about um being a mother and motherhood for you, during this part of your life and tying it to business and things like that.
hmm Motherhood, I love it. It keeps me anchored.
Hmm.
It's definitely the fire underneath me. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have been all sad and just like somber. So
Oh.
I think that me looking at him and seeing that he sees like I'm a strong woman, he feels like, Mom, you got this. So that motivated me, like, yeah, I really do got this. Like we're going to bounce back. So that made me go harder. That made me come to work and say, you know what? My name is going to be my brand. So I'm always going to put my best foot forward. So when I come to work, I'm showing out. So I'm going to be the best at whatever I'm going to do. Right. So I'm going to make sure whenever we're doing corporate events, nonprofit, or strategic planning, I'm coming in, I'm motivating the team. I'm coming up with ideas that keep the energy going. So
Hmm.
it's more than just simple talking to somebody and say, oh, okay, well, you can do it. You got it. You have to really pour life into them and make them believe it,
Absolutely.
even with business.
No, for sure, because business is a tough game and it'll eat you up real good if you let it.
Mhm.
So now, something that you believe in: silence doesn't protect us, it limits us. Where did you get that from?
Well, I got that with just like really being in different spaces when I felt as though I didn't want to be too loud if I didn't go with the norm of what the group was thinking. Right? There's not a lot of people that's going to represent the the abnormal or the struggle, or just go against the grain, just to challenge it a little bit. And when you don't speak up, you're not being heard, you're not being a leader, you're literally just going with the flow.
Hmm.
And I've never been a go with the flow type of person. I always want to try to see what we can do to change it, make it better, enhance it. So I know that just being silent, and I know you heard it too when you grew up, that closed mouths don't get fed.
At all.
Right?
At
So
all.
it's kind of on that same level. If you want to see the change, be the change, you have to speak up.
Okay, so give me a personal example. If it's not too personal, give me a personal example.
Of what, like me speaking up on something?
Mhm.
Um, Let me think. I will say maternal child health is like a really big thing.
Mhm.
So I have done a lot of lactation consulting, speaking, advocacy for that. So I went to a hospital, and there was a situation when one of the patients was there. They were in visible pain, uncomfortable, um, and they kind of wasn't like speaking up on their own. They didn't want to be that person to be like, okay, I need something right now, can you tend to me? They thought they was being annoying, or they thought they was like being stereotypical. So
Mhm.
they didn't really want to advocate for themselves. So in that moment, I felt as though that I am going to be that voice for that person. I'm going to speak up, because this is limiting you from having the best experience that you can, and you deserve that.
Mhm.
So, hey, excuse me, this person right here needs something right now. It's not that you have to be rude or disrespectful.
Right. Absolutely.
You can just be very demure and bold at the same time.
I like your I can see your femininity, and I think that's very powerful to see in women, especially when we go out and show face. And of course, we got to put our big girl drawers on, but at the same
Yes.
time, I still advocate for women maintaining that level of femininity, because we are women,
Mhm.
and we need to carry that. We don't need to be out here looking like Miss Trunchbull off of Matilda. You know,
Right. Yeah.
that's not how I want to be seen out here in these streets. Okay.
Right. You can still be super strong and keep it real nice and feminine.
Okay. So now, how many the motivational speaking?
Mhm.
Have you started actively speaking, have engagements and things like that?
So I have like a handful. I really want to lean more into it for the new year. So
Mhm.
I will have a website that is launching January 1st. So I'm super
January 1st, y'all.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm super excited about that. So right now I'm really doing panel discussions. So that's what I have done before. I have been on another podcast. So I'm trying to get my name out there. So um, so far I have a handful. I'm trying to get two handfuls next.
Yeah. So what topics are you passionate about the most?
I'm really passionate about maternal and child health.
Mhm.
I'm really passionate about just overall leadership.
Okay.
Um, and just life experiences. So I like to do storytelling. So
Okay.
it's just it doesn't have to be one lane. I really am just motivated and passionate about just overall storytelling.
Okay. So these are just basically your own stories or case studies that you share.
Case study stories. If I'm doing moderating for an event, it's things that kind of relate to what I am focused on, like maternal child health or youth. So things of that sort.
Okay. Now, you do have your bachelor's degree in psychology with a
Mhm.
focus on behavioral health. So what school did you go to?
I went to Carlo University.
Okay, Carlo. And
Mhm.
what made you pick psychology? Because I almost changed my major to psychology because
Really?
my intro to psych class was just, it might have been the professor, but I thought it was off the chain. But what made you pick psychology?
Um, well, I'm gonna give my mom some credit, of course, because
Yes.
she is a psychiatrist. So I seen her go through the whole process. I was so intrigued of just the overall behavior of people and how they thought, and why they thought like that. So I just was so intrigued with that. So once I became intrigued, I was like, let me actually like tap into learning it so it can be solidified.
Hmm.
So that's what it was. It was kind of like I was just intrigued on why people did the things they did.
And how does that help you navigate certain spaces?
It really helps me navigate because I can tell a little bit off of body language if they're feeling how I'm speaking to them, if they're not, if I should switch the conversation or tone a little bit, because body language speaks volumes.
Yes.
Right. So when you're able to pick up on those cues, I think that's very helpful. When you're able to allow people to have that safe space and put their guard down, they open up a little bit more. So just being that safe space for people, really allowing them to feel comfortable with me. So I think that background really helped with that.
Okay. Well, yeah, it definitely helps with people because you can't get mad when you find out that's how a person is. You can just choose to deal with them if you want to, and
Yep.
that's on you. So you be over there playing Jedi mind tricks with people?
I mean, I didn't say all that now,
No, I
I
be
like to keep
cracking
them
up
on their
sometimes.
toes.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, you got to. I call
Hmm.
it adding a little razzle dazzle, you know.
Yes, I like that.
Now, what kind of goals do you have for your son? What do you want to see him do when he gets older?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mhm.
I would love for him to be, first and foremost, happy and healthy. And then I would want him to, just find a career that is attainable, like, that is sustainable.
Mhm.
Um, it can be like engineering or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But just, I'm really going to pour into him, and I'm open to whatever life is awaiting for him and whatever the path is.
Mhm.
I have a little ways. He's only 2. I don't even want to jump that gun. I
I
want
know, right? I know. Oh, because when my daughter got here, I was like, she got to speak 3 languages. She got to do the. Man, I know. I just put all these things on her, and she don't even know it. She
yeah.
just here.
How
Here,
old is your daughter?
my daughter is 7.
Okay.
Yep, my
Okay.
daughter is 7, and she is. I switched her from public school to private school because she was getting straight A's in public school, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine and dandy, but I want to up it a little bit. And then when she went to
Yes.
private school, she got her first C. Her little heart was broke. I said, yeah, you got to earn them A's, sis. You got to
Right.
earn
You
them
got a little
A's.
challenge right there.
Yeah, and I feel like that's good. I want her to be challenged, and because life can be hard or easy, and I just want her to be prepared for it either way.
The way. And
No.
then she knows how to adapt to when it's not easy. So
Mhm.
she had that, like, oh, I was feeling good making these straight A's. Now she's like, oh wait, I got to put in a little more work now.
Man, you gotta try harder. She be like, I try. You gotta try harder.
Yeah.
You gotta try harder.
She'll do it.
So now going on to your public speaking, because that's a business within itself. How easy or difficult has it been, or what challenges do you face trying to break into that space rather?
Um, I find it a little, what has been a little bit difficult so far is really finding spaces to get my name out there. I think that social media plays a huge role.
Mhm.
And I'm not on social media that much. So I
Okay.
think I have like 200 followers on Instagram. Literally, it's terrible.
Hey, you could do a lot with 200 followers, to be honest with you. You
Okay,
do it right.
yes, yes, yes. So I think just really getting my name out there, and just showcasing my skills, because there's a lot of people that already have a little bit of traction. So
Mhm,
people kind of lean and gear to them a little bit more. So
mhm,
I think once I start connecting more and getting into those networking spaces, really honing into more of my skill and tapping into that, I think that those challenges will be overcome. But I
mhm.
think really right now it's just getting my name out there.
For sure, for sure. And
Mhm.
I have no doubt that you will do just that. And there's a couple things I want to share with you after we get off. But it is time, not for the percolator, but for the $1 million lightning round.
Okay.
This this is going to be a fun little situation where I ask you questions and like a this or that. Oh, I'm explaining when I should be hitting play over here. Hold on. Doing way too much talking for my liking. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MDS lightning round with Kemarra Moses. Kemarra, are you ready?
I am so ready.
All right, let's do it, girl.
Oh, and quickly,
Uh-uh. Speaking your truth or staying comfortable.
uh, speaking my truth, of course.
Psychology or business strategy.
Psychology,
Community space. Okay. Preparation or trust in the moment.
trust in the moment,
Vulnerability or authority.
vulnerability,
Motivational speeches or real conversations.
real conversations,
Leading by example or leading by words.
leading by example,
Growth. Just okay. Pass. Listening first or speaking up.
listen,
Impact or perfection.
impact.
All right, we made it to the end.
Okay, geez, I was trying to throw something in there. It went real fast.
Yeah, life come at you fast with this one, girl. But yeah, so we have
Okay.
reached our 20 minutes, and go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, and I will make sure that her information is down in the description bar below. But go ahead, sis, let them know.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook at Kemarra Moses. You can find me on Instagram at _ brownie babe. And as well as LinkedIn at Kemarra Moses MBA BS CLC.
You heard all them initials behind there. Okay, look, I love all of that. So, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to kick it with me today. It really does mean a lot, and I hope that people contact you from this video. And if you do, y'all better say, I found her because of the $1 Million Sis. You know, just sprinkle a little credit
Absolutely.
on it. Yeah, I'm saying when you hit her up and say, I saw you because thank you kindly. So,
Yes.
but other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Boss Talk. If you want to be on the next episode, make sure that you hit me up. Go to milliondollarsis.com, fill out my quick form, and I'll get you up here. If you would like to sponsor any of these episodes, I'm always open to sponsor. Help you promote your product or your service or whatever you got going on. I'm here for you to be a part of that. So anything else, make sure you go to milliondollarsis.com. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit up my girl, Miss Kemarra Moses, and I will see you on the next episode of Boss Talk.
Have a good one.
Inside the fire glow, watch your seeds begin to grow. Boss Talk, where your story flies underneath the city lights. Boss Talk, hear the voices rise. Every boss owns the sky.